Thanks so much for joining us here on this Thursday at noon. I'm Brooke Hash with meteorologist Matthew Willoughby talking about the much needed rain most of us saw overnight, most of which is now out of here.
Yeah, it is now out of here, but we do have another weather impact alert day on the way for us Friday evening. So as we know, we have Louisville actually playing on a Friday this Friday, and also high school football.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why we did issue that alert day for you, and we'll have those showers and storms on the way for you as we head towards at least your Friday evening. So you need to at least grab that umbrella if you're still going to head out to those games, but also just be careful. And if you are heading out anywhere else for your Friday evening, possibly make those indoor plans for you. So that Louisville game, what we're looking at, they'll be playing James Madison. Now, tailgate, he'll be into the 80s. It won't be too bad, but we're talking kickoff back into halftime and pretty much final. We're talking severe showers and some strong storms will be possible for us as we head towards most of the game. So that could involve also some lightning delays due to those strong thunderstorms we'll likely see. Outside right now, still hanging on to those clouds as you look overhead. U of L health camera downtown. Temperatures into the 60s this afternoon. So those showers are moving out. And if you want to step out the door for lunchtime, yeah, it's nice and cool. 68 degrees in Louisville, even 63 degrees in Madison. Out into Mitchell and Paoli, 63 degrees as well. Overall, look at those weather headlines. It was surely a raining morning, and we are cooling down. But we got another fall-like weekend on tap for you as we head towards this week, where temperatures and highs likely into the lower 40s or likely into the lower 70s, that is. Just look at satellite and radar. They see those showers move through and still have some in our southern counties. But overall, we do have more showers on the way as we head towards your Friday. That bus stop forecast only into the lower 70s. And temperatures today top off into the 70s. But we got more showers and storms on the way for your Friday evening. I'll be timing out what you can expect coming up in just a few minutes. Back over to you, Brooke.
All right, Matthew, thank you. LMPD is investigating the death of a 5-year-old boy near Algonquin Park. They said he suffered serious injuries from a fall Tuesday afternoon off Conestoga Avenue. The child was taken to Norton Children's Hospital, where he died late last night. The homicide unit is investigating while waiting on the results of an autopsy. Louisville Metro Police Chief Paul Humphrey says youth crime rates in the metro are falling slower than general crime rates. Our Ian Hardwitt and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton share details on the most recent deadly encounter involving teens and what could be done to contribute to the juvenile crime rate.
So I'm not unpacking anymore.
She just moved in. Now she's on the way out after finding bullet holes in her apartment. We're keeping her anonymous, but she called Louisville Metro Police back to the Valley Farms apartment complex to see what we saw. The woman who lives here believed the bullet came in through the wall behind the freezer, then went over here, hit the refrigerator door, shattered the handle before ricocheting off to the far wall by the kitchen bar. It's the spillover from a triple shooting between 3 teenagers. One 17-year-old from that shooting died in the hospital. LMPD says nobody else was involved.
It just brings about the craziness of gun control. Waiting too long.
LMPD crime data shows both shootings and homicides dropped 31% from this time last year. But Chief Paul Humphrey says
our crime as far as juveniles is going down. It is not going down at the same pace as overall violent crime.
Eric Russ, executive director of the Kentucky Psychological Association, says young people involved in violence usually feel
lonely, angry, disconnected. I think it's a really hard time right now to be a kid.
So he says it's best to educate them on how to open up about their emotions. In Louisville, Ian Hardwitt, WHAS11 on your side.
Eric Russ said that witnesses involving violence can increase a teenager's risk of mental health problems such as depression or anxiety. Well, one of the men connected in the Crystal Rogers murder case is looking to appeal his conviction and prison sentence. Steve Lawson was found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder and tampering with evidence back in May. He was sentenced to 17 years for his role in Rogers' murder back on August 6th. On Tuesday, Lawson's attorneys filed a notice of appeal looking to overturn that conviction and sentence. Lawson was the first man convicted in Rogers' case. His son Joseph Lawson and Rogers' ex-boyfriend Brooks Houck were also found guilty in connection to the Bardstown mother's murder. They will be sentenced on September 17th. A newly formed group called Louisville Judges Watch says it's working to make sure local judges hold criminals accountable. The grassroots group says it'll do that by educating voters and running targeted campaigns. The group was launched in response to August kidnapping of a mother and her 2 children in Linden. Police said the suspect in that case is a repeat offender who only served a fraction of his previous sentence. The group has already raised more than $25,000 in pledges from local supporters toward its mission of electing judges who are committed to delivering justice for victims.
Now's the time that we shine a light and have a coordinated effort to elect judges who are ready to help the community feel safer, that criminals are held accountable.
We do have information on this group on our website, WHAS11.com. State and city leaders just launched a new coalition dedicated to ending child marriage. Now, this is still happening in Kentucky. That's according to a new coalition formed today to stop a loophole. A group of bipartisan elected officials and child advocates came together this morning demanding change to a Kentucky law. So back in 2018, the state made the legal age to get married 18 years old, with exceptions for 17-year-olds. The group, now called RISE, its Kentucky coalition, wants that loophole to end. The Center for Women and Families, Planned Parenthood, and other groups are calling for legal reform and more scrutiny of those marriage applications.
We have records showing 2 17-year-olds married to adults ages 27 and 29. And these are relationships that under Kentucky statute, those minors could not legally consent to. This is not just a technical violation. This is a betrayal of the promise we have made to our children.
Over in Indiana, males must be 18 or older in order to marry, while female applicants under 18 must receive consent from their parents or guardian. A reminder, a number of side streets that meet I-65 in Louisville are closed for the next 2 years. This is the first phase of KYTC's $150 million project for bridge replacements along I-65 across Louisville. The full project includes the replacement of 3 critical overpasses. So construction there will focus on reinforcing both the structural integrity and longevity of the corridor, which serves as a vital artery for hundreds of thousands of commuters and freight haulers daily. These closures are expected to remain in place until the spring of 2027.
And I'm hoping they coordinate better, because this is actually for 2 years we're going to have to deal with this, because once they close the interstate down completely, it's going to be really rough to get around.
You are encouraged to plan alternate routes and stay alert for signs. The bigger disruption will come next year when I-65 itself will close for 2 months next summer. Traffic will be diverted onto I-64 and the Waterson during that time. Happening today, it's Humana's company-wide day of service, with thousands of employees coming together downtown to perform acts of service across Kentuckiana. The activities range from assembling nutrition and care packages at Louisville Slugger Field to landscaping and cleanup work at Alberta Jones Park. Leaders at Humana were joined by Louisville's Mayor Craig Greenberg and Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear to kick off the day this morning.
You're showing what it means to truly care about your fellow human being. You're helping not just beautify a city, but provide packets and help for those in need. You're saying that, listen, we can all be successful together, but make sure it lifts everyone up and leaves no one out.
Humana also extended its day of services beyond Louisville, taking it to the company's offices in San Antonio, Tampa, and the D.C. area, engaging tens of thousands of employees nationwide to help in those communities.